In Manila, Novosadol Alwada swept away all before them, and with Manila North qualified for the World Tour final. In Prague, Slovenia winners Kranja booked their ticket to the final, along with beaten finalist Kowabzeg from Poland. Now, FIBA 3x3 basketball rolls back to Asia. Coming up, Qatar's diminutive and acrobatic Dominic James proves size does not matter in 3x3. We're flying high with Birdman. Will Ljubljana's Blaž Kresnar put in an Oscar-winning performance? We check out the Duncan moves of rising star Jordan, Mission Impossible Kilgannon, and bring you the thrills and spills from Beijing on the road to Abu Dhabi. The race to the 2015 World Tour final in Abu Dhabi gains pace as we move to Beijing. The Chinese capital is the venue for the third of 6 Masters events, where teams battle for a $10,000 check and the chance of a place in the World Tour final. The Wukesong High Park, located just outside the basketball venue of the 2008 Beijing Olympics, plays host to the sport that has its roots in the parks and streets. It's played on half a court with 1 hoop over a 10-minute period or to 21 points with a 12-second shot clock. It's urban, it's fun, it's FIBA 3x3. As expected, top seeds Novosadol Alwada cruised through to the quarterfinals from Pool A, defeating Zhengzhou of China and Bangalore of India, the 8th and 9th seeds respectively. There were no alarms either for second seeds Ljubljana in Pool B, as they moved comfortably through to the last 8. And it was a similar story in Pool C, where Doha, the 3rd seeds, also progressed with a 100% record. However, the host team, Beijing, seeded 11th, caused a shock in that pool when they defeated 6th-seeded Jakarta of Indonesia to claim their quarterfinal berth. Pool D was dominated by Wukesong of China, the 5th seeds, who upset 4th seeds Tokyo from Japan 20-18 to claim top spot. So, in Pool A, number 1 seeds Novosadol Alwada led the way from Zhengzhou of China. Second seeds Ljubljana of Slovenia finished top of Pool B ahead of New Taipei. Pool C was won by Qatar's Doha, with host Beijing claiming 2nd spot. And in Pool D, China's Wukesong topped the standings ahead of higher-ranked Tokyo. Dominic James brings a wealth of American college basketball experience to the World Tour. He was Marquette's Big East Rookie of the Year in 2006 and ranks 4th on the Milwaukee University's all-time scoring list. The 5'11" James is pleased to be part of the Doha team.
I'm thankful for the opportunity I have right here with Team Doha. You know, representing that country, the group of guys that we have. And I didn't know what to expect, but once I got the plan, I realized just how competitive it was. I like to be aggressive. A lot of people try to compare me to a football player or a running back, I should say. Small guy out there, you know, amongst the trees, amongst the giants. But I like to be aggressive in both offense and defense. I got a scoring mentality as a point guard, but I also love to, assist to my teammates, make the game easy for them, and, just be a general out there. And that's the reason why I'm playing 3-on-3. I'm here to get better, and I feel like I have gotten better, since this last tournament, and it's allowed me to work on my game and just have the opportunity to see the world at the same time. It's just a blessing.
And joining him on the trip to Beijing was his wife and trainer, Angela, and their baby daughter.
I proposed to her in the Italian slam dunk contest a couple of years back, and it was the most memorable, moment not only of my career but of my life. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I threw the ball up and let it bounce and took me to my legs and dunked it. So I wasn't nervous about the dunk. I was nervous about the response that she was going to give, but thankfully, God blessed me and she said yes.
In the quarterfinals, James's 3rd-seeded Doha were up against 7th-seeded New Taipei, and they proved far too strong for their opponents, cruising to a 22-6 victory.
It was kind of easy, but we was really focused. We made sure we rest, we ate well, and we've been practicing for 2 weeks, so we've really been preparing for this event.
The The number 1 seeds Novi Sad Al-Wada also recorded a comfortable win over Tokyo of Japan, 10 points the margin of victory.
It's a really strong team, but we get our feeling back. We run, we play hard defense, and they didn't have an answer for us for our shot and our quick moves and then passes and then backdoors.
Local favorites Beijing's successful run came to a shuddering halt as they were thumped 22-8 by second-seeded Ljubljana of Slovenia.
We approached 100% from first second to last second. So if we have approach like this, hopefully we will win everything.
The last quarterfinal tie was an all-Chinese affair, with Wukesong coming out on top by 21-14 against Zhengzhou. Chris Reeves top scoring with 12.
It was a tough one. I mean, play hard always. Chinese players play very hard every game, so we just wanted to come in and limit their 2-point shooting ability, play the team, rebound, and play defense, and we got lucky and got the win today.
In the Laojian Shootout, 1 player per team participates in the qualifying round, with the top 4 going through to the final. Here, players shoot 3 racks of 5 balls worth 1 point each from 3 different spots behind the arc, and 1 rack of 3 money balls worth 2 points each from the end line, all against a 60-second shot clock. When Dusan Domovic Bulut of Novi Sad Al-Wada came to the line, he knew 9 was the score to win.
Bullets now with 4. 5 and 6. Bullets slowing down. Bullet now with 7. This one to tie. No. He has 3 attempts from way down deep. Bullet missing on the first. Bullets makes the second. And the final attempt, got it! 11 points now for Dusan Domovic Bullets.
So the second best player in the world scores an impressive 11 and takes first prize. There were no surprises as we reached the semifinal stage, with the top 2 teams on course to meet in the final. Novi Sad Al-Wada boasts the top 4 players in the world, with Dusan teaming up with number 1 ranked Dejan Majstorovic, 3rd ranked Marko Savic, and 4th ranked Marko Zadero for a semifinal meeting against Doha. By contrast, Doha's highest ranked player at 15 in the world is Yasin Musa, who's joined by Sammy Monroe II, ranked 25th, Tanguy Ngombo, ranked 27th, and Dominic James, who's 59th in the world. Novi Sad Al-Wada, the 2014 World Tour winners, began as favorites, especially as they defeated Doha 21-13 at this stage in Manila in Event 1, and also beaten them last year to win the All-Stars. So could the Qatari team upset the form book and gain revenge? We join the action with the match in the balance at 12-all.
Alban in the post. Halfway done with this game. Alban powers but misses. Monroe, cleanup job is in. Savic with the crossover. Savic misses though. Majstorovic back to Savic and he scores. Monroe against Majstorovic. Double clutch, hoop and the harm yet again. Flex those muscles, big man. Working it under. As Monroe with a bonus free throw. Monroe makes that one. Bullets down by 2 against Alban. Good defense shown. Will sail out and remain with Novi Sad Al-Wada. Musa now to Monroe. Monroe spinning, stripped, ends up back with Monroe. Monroe got that 2-pointer to drop. Sammy Monroe tapping that. Savage inside against Alban. And Savage with the putback. James driving against Bullet. Hoop for the Mighty Mouse. Things just not going Novi Sad's way. Breaks of the game going to Doha. Dominic James gets a pick from Alban. James against Majstorovic. James trying to work it all by his lonesome. Pull up. Long rebound for Monroe. Can't score. Monroe. Foul is called, and Monroe standing over Savage. Let's take a look at it again. Monroe inside, just trying to do anything to stop it, and Savage and Monroe exchanging Twitter handles. That's all they're doing, really. So 2 free throws going to the way now of Doha, Qatar, and it will be taken by Sammy Monroe the second. Monroe gets the first. One more here puts Doha at 20 and Novi Sad at warning. Both teams are good. Bullet for 2. Back iron rebound for James. Sammy Monroe. One more point puts Doha in the finals. Monroe, good! Sends that one home and sends Novi Sad home as well. Doha finally exercising the ghosts of Novi Sad past, and they will book their seat into the finals and await their challenger.
They beat us in the semifinals in Manila, and we took that loss personally. And we came back here with a more focused mindset. We played very competitive and played well together, and thankfully we was able to come out with the win.
Former world #1 player Blaž Krejnar starred on the Brezovica team, which conquered all in 2013. After an unsuccessful start to 2015 with Team Maribor, Birdman has reunited with Jasmin Hercegovac and Aleš Kunc as Team Ljubljana. At 7'1", he's a perfect fit for basketball.
I started to grow when I started to play basketball. Then I was growing like crazy. I think every year is more better players, you know, because they see that 3-on-3 is getting bigger and bigger, and they want to be a part of this. So I enjoy when I come and talk with the players, meet new players, new people. The show is great. So I like to see, like this year when you open all 6 Masters, it's good that you can travel around the world.
Having defeated Beijing in the previous round, Birdman's Ljubljana were up against another Chinese team, Wukesong, in the second semifinal. 9th-ranked Krejnar was joined by Hercegovac, ranked 5th in the world, along with 6th-ranked Kunc and Tomo Kajic, the world number 13. Wukesong featured the talents of 80th-ranked Kong Wang. He was alongside Chris Reeves, their highest-ranked player at 71, joined by Chen LV and 18-year-old Xiaoji Wang, the youngest member of the team. Ljubljana in white came out firing on all cylinders and dominated the game, leaving Wukesong struggling to hang on to their coattails. As we join the action, the Chinese team are fighting hard to make it into double figures.
Oh, Reeves almost losing it. Reeves at the buzzer. Got it! Hercegovac, the Iceman, puts Wukesong in the warning. Ljubljana at 20. Reeves crossing up, gets around, fouled, hoop and the harm. Continuation as well. 2 charities for Chris Reeves. Reeves with an opportunity to make this a 3-point possession and cut the lead down to 6 with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining. And Reeves missing the first. Chris Reeves makes the second, so the lead is down to 7. Hercegovac. Yasmin out to Wang Xiaoji. The problem is they're not on the same team. Reeves for 2, trying to board that one in. A rebound will go to Ljubljana. They only need 1 point to go. 90 seconds remaining. Hercegovac can't get that one in. Kajic with a rebound. Kunc in the rebound. In the block, Kunc rejected by Reeves. Reeves driving all the way, and they will just let him finish there. And Hercegovac will close this one out. 21-14 is your final score, with Ljubljana booking the second seat into the finals, defeating the local squad Wukesong 21-14.
And before the main event, time to entertain the crowd with the Red Bull Dunk Contest. Dunkers have 3 attempts to make a jam, which is marked out of 10 by 3 judges. Best aggregate score wins. In the final, Jordan Mission Impossible Kilgannon was up against Mo Zhu and pulled out his trademark dunk, the Scorpion, which earned maximum points. It's one of many dunks that the 23-year-old 6'1" Canadian has created while entertaining crowds around the world.
Well, the life of a professional dunker is, I don't know, it's interesting because, you know, you get to travel the world and like do these dunk contests in front of like crazy amounts of people. And of course, I'd be doing this kind of stuff whether I'd be getting paid or not. You know, I'd be at home dunking every day. So the fact that I get to like travel the world because of it and like being in front of like huge crowds just cheering me on, it's really surreal. Like it's not real life, you know. It really isn't real life.
Kilgannon scored another perfect 30 with his second dunk, leaving Mo Zhu with a mountain to climb. Could he get his Mo Zhu working?
And he throws it down. Let's take a look at it once more. 22 is his final score.
That left Kilgannon needing just 11 points from his final jam for victory.
Oh! Did you see how high he got? Jordan Kilgannon with an amazing dunk.
A near perfect finish for Kilgannon. The final of the Beijing Masters featured the 3rd seeds from Qatar, Doha, who'd accounted for favorites Novi Sad Al Wada in the semis, against the number 2 seed, Slovenia's Ljubljana, with both teams assured of a place in the World Tour Finals in Abu Dhabi. Could Doha beat the last 2 World Tour winners back-to-back? Doha came flying out of the blocks, but Ljubljana in blue have now overtaken them and hold a 2-point advantage with just over 4 minutes remaining.
Krasnar checking back in. Dominic James, hesitation, trying to beat Krasnar. Fouled, and that'll mean 2 charities for Dominic James. The athleticism and speediness of Dominic James has him to the free throw line for 2. The American at the 15-foot parallel gets the first. Sammy Monroe will head back into the game as Dominic James has a chance to tie this game back up at 12. Monroe spinning. Musa for two. And the lead. Dominic James against Hercegovac, and he scores. 14-12 now. Krasnar, pump fake, driving. Hercegovac for two. Rattles out. Hercegovac free throw line jumper is short. James with the rebound. James against Hercegovac. Back iron, rebound for Kuntz. Hercegovac gets a pick from Kuntz. Krasnar inside, ball almost taken away at the buzzer, is in for Krasnar. Yassine Musa against Blaz. Monroe is out. Monroe offensive rebound, can't get it in. Monroe third serving is in. Back to a 2-point advantage. Oh, and that's a foul. That was definitely a foul this time around. Let's take a look at the drive from Dominic James. Krasnar pump fake, driving. Passed it out to Kajic, who hits the two. Alban. Doha only up by one now. Alban, power move, gets that one in. Oh, and Hercegovac dribbles it off of his foot. Let's take a look at the drive. Dish, and big two. Alban against Kajic. Alban working it in the post, and the doctor is in. 19-16, Krasnar. Kajic, bang! 19-18. Musa can win it with a two. He takes it and misses. Ball goes to Kajic, but dribbles it off of his foot. And Doha will have another opportunity. Let's take a look at this big two from Kajo Kajic. Alban drives and scores. Warning now on Ljubljana. Kajic drives and he is fouled. Almost puts that one in. Two free throws now to Tomo Kajic. Kajic needs to make both of these to be able to lock this game up at 20. Kajic gets the first. Wills that one home. The basketball gods are smiling. Kajic with free throw number two. Misses. Rebound by Dominic James. Drama, drama, drama here at the Beijing Masters. Hercegovac into Krasnar. Krasnar drives and dunks it home! Overtime! First to 2 points will win. Is Ljubljana ball. Kajic drives. Misses. Doha with possession. Dominic James can win it with a two. James for two. And it rattles out. Rebound for Hercegovac. Krasnar for two and the win. No. Ball is out. White ball. James. Can Mighty Mouse win it? Mighty Mouse for two. Banks it in. And Doha are your champions for the Beijing Masters.
And we round out the Beijing Masters with our top 5 plays. At 5, that dramatic overtime clinching bank from Dominic James of Doha. Number 4 is a filthy alley-oop from Sammy Monroe for Doha against New Taipei. At 3, another killer alley-oop in the same match, this one from Dominic James. Number 2 is a rim-shaking dunk from Xiaoji Wang for Wukesong against Chandigarh. And the number 1 play is this amazing poster dunk from Sammy Monroe of Doha against Beijing. Chris Reeves from Team Wukasong, top scorer of the tournament, claimed MVP honors. Doha and Ljubljana are on their way to Abu Dhabi, and we now head back to Europe. The Lausanne Masters is next up as the FIBA 3x3 World Tour rolls on.